There's a little bit of magic in photographs. With a click of a button, we can capture a moment in time and keep it forever. At Rockbrook Camera, let their creative team help you transform these precious memories into unique holiday gifts to last a lifetime. Most people know Rockbrook Camera for their large selection of camera gear and expert photo advice, but they're also the area's best high-quality photo lab. Choose from a variety of gifts to personalize, such as their popular photo ornaments, high-quality canvas wraps, and photo mugs. With so many gift options ready to be personalized, it's easy to share a story, a moment, or a memory that's made to delight friends, family, or even yourself. Send joy through the mailbox with Rockbrook Camera's thoughtfully designed photo greeting cards, ready to pick up in 48 hours or less. Start creating today with help from Rockbrook Camera's friendly staff in-store or online in the convenience of your home. Visit Rockbrook Camera today, 1 block south of 168th and West Center in Omaha, 70th and Pioneers in Lincoln, or online at rockbrookcamera.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Join us as we seek the truth and travel the long road to justice.
Hey everybody, it's Gigi, and welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. What's good, Fruit Loop?
I can tell you what's not good. COVID.
You're not kidding.
COVID is not good.
Oh no. You got it first. We got you moved into your new place, and
Yeah.
for a couple
So
of
our
days.
theater group,
Yeah.
we had like 7 tests positive. One of the ladies, who's an awesome lady, played one of the leads. She's actually on a ventilator, not doing good. So y'all pray for her.
She's a listener. She loves this
Yeah.
podcast, and
Yeah.
it's just so sad. So we're hoping she does okay.
Yeah.
You're kind of on the back end of it. I'm in the throes of it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
deep in it right now.
Still have congestion and stuff like that, but and breathing a little bit hurts
Yeah.
sometimes. But yeah.
Well, I had the vaccine back in March, and I'm really prone to pneumonia. So I had to go get a chest x-ray the other day. And the doctor was glad I had the vaccine because they say that it lessens the severity of it. So hopefully I've avoided getting pneumonia. But it's
Yeah.
still no joke. I'm currently running a fever of 103.
Yeah.
But we
It's
were
no
bored.
fun.
And
It feels like the flu, basically.
oh,
That's
yeah.
how I described it.
It's like
It's
the
like,
flu on steroids.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of body aches and all that, but it's been almost 2 weeks and a lot's happened. So we're actually doing video for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
kind of cool.
this is going to be a new thing.
So this is like a COVID, like, I don't know. I need a haircut.
Girl,
Like I'm starting to get curls. When I start to get curls, I need a haircut.
Yeah, when my gray starts poking through, and it is. So before we get started, I just want to, 2 weeks ago on the last episode we did, I made a boo-boo and said that the Madison County charges dropped against Lori were the Madison County charges that were dropped. They were for the desertion and non-support.
Yeah. So the felony charges in Fremont were the ones related to the kids being found.
Right. I got that mixed up on the last episode,
Yeah.
and our listeners always tell us when we're wrong, and we appreciate it. And it's just been 2 weeks since we were on. And
Hey,
so
at least we haven't been wrong in 2 weeks.
that's exactly there are good things about this. We want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Two Cool T-shirt quilts. Wait, it's backwards. This is the pillow that she made for each of us, and it's awesome. I brought it in here for this, but I've been laid up on it.
I keep mine.
A lot of Netflix time for me, and so it's a good little proper. But I think I'm going to do a memorial pillow for my grandpa.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I've had a lot of time to think, laying in my bed,
Yeah.
and so I'm going to do his Clemson shirts. We're both huge Clemson fans, and so I'm really excited about that. you guys go check her out. It's twocooltshirtquilts.com/pretty lies and alibis, and just see what she could put together for you, because we love what she's giving my kids pillows. They're awesome. I'll bring them in on the next episode.
Yeah, it'd be cool to do, like, if you had somebody in the military, to do like military, like a military blanket. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, a friend of mine I saw too, her son just went to college, and a lot of his baseball shirts throughout the years that obviously fit in, she just did this quilt to send with him. And so anyways, I have to give a big thank you to Kate and Maureen on Facebook. Did you happen to see this video yet?
I don't know if I did. I've been checking it and answering stuff, but not sure if I saw that one or not.
These ladies are from England, and they gave us a get well message, and it's a video.
Oh, wow.
Little dog, and they have beautiful accents, and they're so precious. So it made my day. So I just want to say a big thank you to Kate and Maureen.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, it's under the post where I said that we're going to try to do an episode tonight.
Gotcha.
So they're underneath there. It was super, super cute. So Colby posted a video to YouTube, and it was super sweet. It was where he and Kelsey had taken JJ to Chuck E. Cheese.
I saw that. Yeah, it was sweet.
It was the sweetest little video, and I love seeing videos of these kids because it makes them more real. You know, we see them in pictures, but it's so nice to hear their laughs and their voices. And I love it when Colby posts, you know, videos of those kids. It's just so sweet.
Oh yeah. Yep. So Chad waved his right to a speedy trial.
He did. So I don't think we're not gonna have a trial at the end of the year like we thought.
No.
Look, I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't. That gives him a lot more time in this cushy little jail.
Here's my catch on it though. If I were in jail or whatever, wouldn't it make more sense to hurry up and do it? Maybe they wouldn't have enough as much evidence.
Well, this
is my thought process.
No, and that's what a lot of the legal heads say, which is you go to trial and you don't give the prosecution time to solidify the case.
Yeah. Now you're giving them ample time to dig as much as they can, which I'm glad. I'm glad he waived his right to a speedy trial.
I think they could go to trial in November and bury the guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't have a leg to stand on, but at least he doesn't have to go to a harsher environment. They're in very small jails, very tiny jails. And so this is as good as they're ever going to have it. And so I don't know why he would be in a rush to get a guilty verdict, possibly a death sentence, and have to go on to death row in an isolation cell.
Yeah.
Oh, that fever's getting up. Then words start slurring. I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water.
So hearings coming up.
Yeah. What you got?
So Lori, status conference is scheduled for August 30th at 5 Eastern Standard Time. Chad is scheduled for a motion hearing 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get to pass in the halls because it looks to be remote hearings.
Yeah.
What Lori's is, though, it says it's a status conference. So the only thing I can think is her 90 days are winding down.
Yeah.
I think September 8th, I believe, is her 90 days. So I don't know if maybe it's something where they say, hey, does it look like she's going to be competent? Or what? Be interesting to see. I don't think she'll show up. She won't.
And just see where is she in treatment?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Means and Archibald last week before I got super sick. I know they were at the jail some that week, and the theory is that maybe she's getting treatment at the jail. We still don't know, but there's no need for them to be there all the time if she's not. But and then Chad has, I think all these may change. Chad has a motion hearing on September the 20th at 3:30. The change of venue motion was set for October 5th and 6th at 9 a.m. That hasn't been canceled that I've seen, but I don't anticipate any of that's going to go off at this point.
No, me neither.
So a lot has happened in the Murdaugh and Josh Duggar case, and that's kind of going to be the bulk of what we talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So last week, there were some rumors floating around Facebook that said that they had unearthed some cars on the Murdaugh property that were connected to maybe the Stephen Smith case. Law enforcement very quickly came out and said, no truth to that. So I kind of trust that maybe they're saying, okay, I don't know why they would lie, and say that's not the case if that's the case. But
Yeah.
Mandy,
Wasn't that around the same time though that the guy recused himself?
yeah, it was just announced. He, over 2 weeks ago on August the 11th, he finally took himself off the case. Now, back when the boat crash happened, he removed himself that next day. So we don't know why it took so long this time, but it said that it was based on information it said, considering the events of today's SLED investigation, that was his reason that he took himself off. So the big question now is, are we getting close to an arrest or at least a suspect being identified? Mandy at Fitz News, who they've been on this since day one, they are like the leader with this information about this case, getting insider stuff.
Yeah, they're out of that area, right?
They're in the low country. Yeah. I thought they were up here in Greenville, but no, I think
they're out of that area. Yeah.
So they have a ton of contacts and they get everything a week before I see it in mainstream media. So today, and I pay for Fitz News because doing what we do, it's nice to have that heads up so that we can report on it here. And if you're super interested in this case, it's worth a little bit of money.
Sorry.
No, we're going to have a lot of that. Y'all just prepare yourself. Lots of coughing between the two of us. She said she's been told two things, which is at least one of the weapons used in the double murder belonged to the Murdaughs. And that's a big deal. And then she also said that she has heard Alex is still a person of interest, which is the father.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting.
We talked a little bit about that, about the weapon.
Yeah. But
it's my initial thought was if I'm going to a crime, if I'm going to go commit a crime, I'm taking my own form of weapon with me.
Definitely.
So I'm not going to pick one up at the crime scene, I wouldn't think.
No. And a lot of the theories have been, was Paul whacked out of his mind on something and did something to his, threatened to do something to his mom, and maybe we don't know. There's a lot of theories floating around Facebook, but look, the fact that they said the next day that there was no threat to the public, let me know right then and there they knew kind of what happened or who did it. Alex made the 911 call. They said he had an ironclad alibi, but he's still a person of interest according to the news agency that breaks this stuff on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Everybody's interested in this case. It's kind of just this, little dynasty in South Carolina.
Yeah.
That is falling from grace almost every day. So there's a morbid curiosity, I think, with wanting to see these people just exposed.
I think when you're in a small town like that and everybody knows that your family basically runs everything,
right?
I'm not. The death is horrible, but when something happens like that, you think, okay, finally something where these people can be held accountable.
Right, and I think the thing too is that Paul's reputation was not good in that area. He was known to be a little jerk, and he did not deserve to be murdered the way he died. Nobody does.
Yeah.
He was due his day in court, and but you know what I'm saying? It's like there are a lot of people down there who don't seem to be very sad at what has happened.
Yeah, in the forms of the family being held accountable. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, had this not happened, it really seemed like they were just going to argue that they couldn't prove Paul was driving the boat.
Yeah.
So, and what was interesting too, is one of Paul's defense attorneys that would have been his defense attorney had this gone to trial and had he lived, said that should Alex be charged, he would represent him. And I thought that was an interesting statement. Why would you even say that unless you maybe kind of knew something's coming down the pipes?
Yeah. And when we look at the information about, we talked about the solicitor, Duffy Stone, finally recused himself. I think that happened, August 11th or something?
Yeah, it's been over 2 weeks ago. I'm curious why they waited so long to tell the public.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
really
interesting.
And I think the thing to note is that he took over for Alex Murdaugh's dad back in 2006 as the solicitor. So he's not just acquainted with this family. He's woven in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing we are not contagious through the screen, girl. All our listeners.
I know, right? This is COVID podcast.
Yeah.
But too, the Murdaugh family had previously donated to his campaign, right?
Right. So there's so many ways.
There's
I
a
mean,
connection.
he
Yeah.
recused himself the day after the murders in this case.
Yeah.
And that there was a lot of outcry with that. People were saying, "Hey, why haven't you taken yourself off?" And I mean, finally he did. So I guess we'll see. To me, that just tells me there's definitely some new developments coming on for
Yeah.
him to finally let go of that.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
talk about Josh Duggar, because look, when I'm laying in bed and I'm sick and my head's pounding and I'm reading the news and I have to look at his face, it has not been pleasant.
Yeah, and
Just
it's crazy. They're asking for charges to be dismissed, which
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's absolutely crazy. Here's my opinion. The guy's been a predator for 20 years. If you look back to even before this show on TLC happened, Jim Bob Duggar was aware of what he had done to his sisters, and they hid it.
Yeah.
And they tried to act like this perfect little family that had all their little ducks in a row, and it was all sham.
Yeah.
He's been protected way too long. But before we talk about the dismissal, there's some other things that have happened last week that we were going to talk about before we both, decided to teeter-totter on the death.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
So,
go ahead.
like his defense team, right, has been at it with prosecutors for a few weeks now, over evidence, right?
Yeah. So what happened is this. Apparently, law enforcement divisions regularly will pull IP addresses that are going on to these sites that are well known to exchange child abuse materials. And so his business pinged, the IP address did. They got a warrant, found out it was Josh Duggar's car lot. And so they knew somebody at that car lot was looking at this nasty stuff. If you remember, the federal agent said it's easily in the top 5 of the worst he's ever had to look at.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine doing this job where your job is to look through this stuff on a regular basis. I'm sure it just scars them. So here's the thing, though. They want these logs. Sherlock may bust up in the screen. He's over here. The screenshot that shows, I guess, let's see. I'm trying to see.
My thing is this. They're claiming that. So has anyone else been arrested from that car lot? No.
No. They've questioned 3 other people.
Yeah.
They've questioned 3 people. One guy did admit that he would spend the night in the car lot without Josh's permission, and he admitted to looking at adult content, but not kids. They looked at his phone, cleared him, looked at 2 other people's phones, and said, "Hey, we didn't find anything illegal on there. It's not illegal to look at adult stuff."
Yeah.
So, but this log, here's the thing that kind of not bothers me, but it could be an argument for his attorneys. An officer from Little Rock Police Department said she found the files that actually led to his arrest. But there was this log of IP addresses, and they waited 5 months before they turned that over to the Department of Homeland Security. So Josh's attorneys at this point are saying, "Hey, what did you do with that within those 5 months?" I think what they're going to allege is maybe somebody is framing Josh.
For the amount that's crazy.
Right. And here's the thing too. They knew he was doing this in 2019. Why did it take 2 years to arrest him?
Yeah.
I don't think it would take 2 years if a normal person was doing this and they found your IP address.
No, I don't think so.
But here's the thing. The prosecution is saying that these logs, whatever they are, they're saying they don't even know if they exist. Here's the kicker. His defense team, they understand this could exonerate Josh. I'm about to sneeze. Oh.
Did you turn your mic down?
No.
Okay. Because you got a little bit quieter.
Oh, I was trying not to sneeze.
You didn't hit nothing?
No.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
I mean, I can hear you. It's just not as loud as what it was.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Let me do something. Is that better?
Yeah.
I think Sherlock hit something. So, I mean, it's kind of like they're going to argue, well, why did you wait 5 months? But this evidence could either totally implicate Josh. That's the thing. I don't understand why his defense attorneys are wanting this when it could really be a slam dunk for the prosecution if these exist, but the prosecution doesn't think that these logs exist. It's very confusing.
It's crazy.
But they have it down where he was using his iMessage on the same computer at the time the stuff was downloaded, sending a message. He at 4:14 p.m. that day, he sent a message saying, "I got stuck here. I'm not free yet." 10 minutes later, the prosecution says the computer was used to access porn sites associated with rape and child sex abuse materials. 20 minutes later, 2 files were downloaded which had child sex abuse materials. An hour later, he downloads another file, and at 5:48, he texts someone saying he has the car and he is still at the car lot. And what else did this moron do?
Like, I mean,
he used the same password to download the files as he used to log into his Instagram and his bank account.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know my passwords.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're doing something that sick, you would think you would try to cover your tracks a little better, and then be using the computer to iMessage at the same time you're downloading stuff. It puts you right there.
Yeah, and remember, his wife Anna had software that would alert her if he accessed any kind of pornography.
Right.
But there was a partition was added on there to hide activity.
Yeah, so he was taking very deliberate steps to hide anything from his wife. If you remember, he got caught up in that Ashley Madison scandal where he was hooking up with women that site caters to married men. I mean, predator all over the board. So anyways, but they want the charges dismissed now.
Yeah.
And they say that the feds didn't preserve the cell phone evidence from that employee that admitted to spending the night there.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So in November of 2019, Homeland Security agents went undercover, posing as customers and witnesses Josh using the computer and an iPhone while they were there. And then the search warrant was served later that month at the dealership.
Yeah, and so inside the building, they found an HP computer with an image of Josh and his family on the screen as, like, I guess the main picture. You know how you can set your own screen?
Yeah, and I've been recently in a car lot, and they do, like, everybody has their own cubicle. And jokingly, I know this because when we talked to the guy had one of the guys had a Yankee logo on his computer, and I was like, oh, I want to talk to him. But the other guy we went to had his own back, you know what I mean? Yeah. So in these car lots, they do have all that. So it is a personal computer.
Right. But if you look at the picture of the car lot, it looks like a little shack. It's not even an office. It's kind of a prefabbed. It's not even one of those buildings. It's just a shack. There's probably enough room in there for maybe a file cabinet and a desk and a chair.
Yeah.
It's really, really small.
I just think they've got a ton of information. He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. This is a federal charge. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They didn't make an oopsie.
He faces what, 40 years in prison?
40 years right now. He's supposed to go on trial, in
November 30th.
November 30th.
Yeah.
But they also said that they failed to preserve phone evidence from 2 other employees that had access to the Wi-Fi. And this witness one that admitted to sleeping in the car lot, he was interviewed in December of 2019 as a person of interest to the investigation, but not a person of interest. That kind of to the investigation. There's he's grooming himself back there.
There you go.
So it just tells me that they're probably trying to clear the guy because they know what's up.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think he's going anywhere. So
no, he's not.
He's got a lot.
Right. So the grounds in which they want a dismissal is due to the government's failure to preserve potentially exculpatory evidence. And this is what's weird to me. His lawyers are asking of photos that they took at the time of booking of Josh's hands and feet to not be allowed at trial. And I saw the pictures today. They said it was odd angles and atypical angles. It's an overhead shot of his hands kind of like this. And I don't know why. I don't know why they would want to not bring in his hands into something, but I'm going to tell you, I wonder if they've got evidence of something else with him. Why would his hands not want to be seen?
What if they've got photos of somebody's hands inside the shot? I mean, if they accessed, does that make sense? Somehow there's a photo of somebody's hands in a shot. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm grasping the straws. I don't know, but
no, but I'm going to tell you, my first thought was, what if during the course of the investigation, they have uncovered something? Because my theory with guys like this is they don't stop at viewing stuff. They act on those things.
Yeah.
So you hope not, because he has daughters these ages of these poor children that were exploited. I'm just curious. I don't know, but they're making a big
screenshot. Did he screenshot something and they see images of hands in the screenshot? Like
there's some reason they don't want a picture of this guy's hands. And they made this whole deal. Oh, it's in an odd angle. It's atypical. They're posed weird. And they say that when you're getting arrested by the feds, they have to get search warrants to do the hands and the feet, to take pictures of body parts. And they did not. But to me, it's like, well, if you got nothing to hide, then who cares if they take a picture of your hands? You can actually see him, I think, in that booking video, put his hands out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they said he was in custody and just left his lawyers to self-surrender when these were taken. And the attorney says it's a violation of his Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendment rights. So, that's kind of what's happening with the Duggar stuff. They're going to try anything to get him out of this. I don't think the government's going to bring these charges if it's something that's going to be really, really easy to discredit. Yeah. His goose is cooked. He's gotten out of stuff his whole life. And I think it's finally hitting him now. You're not getting out of it.
Yeah. And I mean, I've read post after post of our listeners, and they all say the same thing too.
Yeah,
not going anywhere, it's about time you got caught,
Definitely. And I just don't think that that's the end all of his predatory behavior. And, I just hope that he's being watched with his kids.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't even be out anyway. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But so I guess, that's sort of what we wanted to catch up on, the big thing with the Murdochs, and then just they're asking for this to be dismissed. There's still just not a lot with Lori and Chad right now, other than the next big thing is going to be to see, do we extend it to 180 days?
Yeah.
Or is she competent? Got Archibald on board. I mean, I don't doubt that this woman would, when she's competent, is not going to say, I don't want him as my death penalty certified attorney. I want Mark Means.
Yeah.
I think she can do that. She can waive her right. She just can't do it right now while she's incompetent.
It's going to be interesting.
It is. But this is going to be a long road with this trial. That's going to be 2-3 years. We said that from the beginning. This thing is not going to trial anytime soon. It's going to be long and drawn out. And, we're not going to get any answers anytime soon. I just, you have to wonder, at what point are they not going to release these kids' bodies to the families and put them to rest? It's
exactly.
Time. But they're evidence, and I don't know. I mean, you kind of wonder, as long as this is hanging in the balance, are they going to keep them?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's been crazy.
We'll see how it plays out.
So we just wanted to hop on and do this real quick because it's been nearly 2 weeks and we're trying this new method because
everybody says, do video. I
know. Well, here you go. And it's, sorry, we're both like,
yeah.
But this is going to be a regular thing now because you don't live quite as close as you used to. It's harder to get together to do these. Yeah. And this way we can keep things current and fine tune the sound and the audio and all that. Mm-hmm. And hopefully get to a place. I don't know what this cat's doing over there. It sounds like he's tearing something up.
He's been
on restrictions today because he was trying to go after hummingbirds. I saw him. They were just too fast for him. So I brought him in. He's been meowing all day.
Oh, man.
Say hi. Come here, Sherlock. Ow, you little devil. Say hi, everybody. Say hello. Say hey.
There he goes. He's biting.
Hey, Aunt Fruit Loop.
What's up, Sherlock?
He has not been cuddly since I've been sick, or he does need on me. He'll come in and then he'll need on me, but he's been avoiding me. I think he knows I'm
You don't want it either. Animals can get that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
them animals don't want no COVID.
Well, we will hop back on maybe in the next few days and see how we're both feeling and see if anything happens. But right now, that's kind of what's up, and hope you guys are doing well. We appreciate all the sweet messages that you guys have sent when we've been sick. We posted on social media what was up, so you wouldn't think we had fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah, we're still here.
You guys have definitely sent so many nice messages and asking how Fruit Loop was the first week when it was her, and
Yeah, I appreciate it.
yeah, it's all sweet stuff. You guys are the best. But we'll see you soon, and hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Or no,
All
it's
right,
Thursday.
good.
Weekend.
It's Thursday. Yeah, you got one more day.
I don't know what planet I'm on right now.
Hey, I didn't know either. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys
All
later.
right. All right. Good night.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details. With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.